Yeah, with the Entourage movie premiering in like a month from now, I figured it's time to review the series. Entourage. Now, Entourage is an HBO original series that was created by Mark Wahlberg. The show follows the young actor Vincent Chase, who just made it into Hollywood. So he and his three best friends are living the life. This entourage consists out of him, a very naive, good-looking, worry-free guy who's a total ladies' man. His best friend E, who is sort of the moral compass of the entire show. He pretty much wants to make it as a manager in Hollywood, which is one of the struggles and one of the themes that is constantly portrayed throughout the entire series. Then we got Turtle, who in my opinion is the most useless character of the bunch. I mean, he just is. He is sort of the comic relief out of the four. He's lazy, he loves living off of them, but he also has a heart of gold underneath. And we got Johnny Drama. Now, Johnny Drama is Vincent's older half-brother who is not as successful. Yeah, he actually struggles a lot to get his career going because he used to be an actor on a show called Viking Quest, but now he's pretty much a nobody. Out of these four main guys, he's actually my favorite character because he's such a drama queen. He's funny as hell without intending to be. But let's get right to it, okay? Scene stealer, show stealer, greatest supporting character probably ever created for any show, Ari Gold. Ari Gold, portrayed by Jeremy Piven, is one of the most lovable assholes I've ever seen, ever. That guy is a Hollywood man. He is Vincent's agent. He makes use of racial slurs. He's very misogynistic when he wants to be. He will destroy you and verbally abuse you. But you can't help but laugh at what he says. His delivery of lines is exceptionally great. Just go on YouTube, type in Ari Gold Best Of or Ari Gold Compilation and you'll see what I mean. No, honestly, Ari Gold, I mean, he is extremely vulgar, but it's one of those things where you don't mind it. I would love to see Ari Gold in a hip-hop battle against Dr. House or maybe Dr. Cox from Scrubs. I think he would win. Here's pretty much how the show goes down. The first season pretty much presents us to the four main characters. And we see their life. You know, they're living the good life. They go mansion shopping. They visit the Playboy Mansion. They go to all these fancy places and parties, which is another great thing about this show. Most of the celebrities on the show are actually portrayed by the real actors. So let's say if you have Bob Saget on the show, he's played by Bob Saget. Mark Wahlberg on the show, played by Mark Wahlberg. And so on. It just makes it feel more real. However, throughout the first season, the show's creators realized how great Ari Gold actually was, that they expanded his role a lot. And that is where the show really nails it. Because not only is he a great character, funny as hell, with all of his aggressions, but he also has a lot of heart. You see him being a family man and struggling to be a good husband, which he is quite frankly not. Because he's a workaholic and his wife, who also becomes a main character throughout the show, really has to put up with him a lot. The moment Ari Gold got more screen time, we also got this great behind of the scenes of Hollywood in general. It's honestly a little bit like Game of Thrones with scheming between agencies, how to negotiate on a business level in terms of getting a movie done. And in this aspect, the show really has some solid writing. Another supporting character that received much more screen time in the later seasons is Lloyd. Lloyd is Ari's gay Asian assistant. So there is constant friction between them. He is pretty much Mr. Smithers to Ari. And Ari treats him like Mr. Smithers. And it's so funny. I'm telling you, this show would be enjoyable enough just having those four boys living the life, going to parties, trying to get their thing going in Hollywood. But Ari added so much more to the show. especially on a comedic level, because Jeremy Piven, I think he won like 4 Emmys for his portrayal of Ari Gold, and rightly so. He is absolutely terrific. Ever since season 2 started, I think they should have changed the name from Entourage into The Ari Gold Show. But yeah, this show is not only about Hollywood, about the behind the scenes of how a movie comes to be, about egocentrical, narcissistic personas like, for example, a couple directors as presented in the show. No, essentially, this show is actually about friendship. Because it is all about Vincent and his entourage, Ari included. They are a group of friends and they actually and genuinely care about one another. So even an asshole like Ari actually has a soft side to him. His relationship with Lloyd is also one of those things that grows over time. At the beginning you think like, yeah, Ari's a dick towards him because he's Asian and he's gay. But even though he constantly abuses him verbally, you see that there is a mutual respect thing going on between them. So yeah, brilliant dialogues, amazing humor, and another thing about the show that just locks it down and makes it a little bit more realistic is the fact that they curse a lot. I mean, you have a lot of F-bombs, S-bombs, all that shit that you would not see on ABC or Fox. No, it's an HBO series, so they can get away with way more. It's one of those shows that I go months without watching, and then I'm like, you know what? I feel like popping in a couple episodes. I don't really have an official rating for television shows yet, but I would call the show TV Gold. Seriously, check it out if you haven't seen it. Each episode is like around 20 minutes long. It's one of those shows that is not that heavy, not that dark, and that just keeps you constantly entertained. And also makes you dream a little bit what it would be like to try and make it big in Hollywood. So yeah, I definitely approve Entourage, and I'm interested to see where they go with the movie. Thank you guys as always for watching. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.